Hello everyone, this is Abhijit, vocational teacher of Nurture Class 12 School. Today we will discuss a very important topic, that is green skill. So why it is very important topics? Because global warming is a great threat to the very survival of our planet. The human induced global average temperature is rising constantly. So we need to change our technology shifted towards the sustainable development. The United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has predicted that global temperature could rise further by 1.4 degrees centigrade to 5.8 degrees centigrade by the end of the present century. So the study of green skill and its importance should be spread to make the pupil conscious. So let's start our lectures. So first of all, let's see the topic that we will discuss today. Introduction of green skill, green economy, sustainable development, importance of sustainable development, goal of sustainable development, problem related to sustainable development, solution of sustainable development program, short-term solution and long-term solution. So let's discuss these topics one by one. So our first topic is what are green skill. So in simply, the skill which are eco-friendly are called green skill. But green skill is not just about to maintain the global average temperature. It also means to make the pupil conscious towards the renewable energy and sustainable development. So green skill are the skill that aims to balance economic development with environmental conservation so that the need of the society, economy and environment can be met efficiently. Simply, green skill are the knowledge, abilities, values, and attitudes needs to live in, develop, and support a sustainable and resource-efficient society. So let's move to the next topic. Our next topic is green economy. Green skill and green economy are not exactly same, but they are related to each other. Green economy is an economy that aims at reducing environment risk and ecological scarcities and that aims for sustainable development without degrading the environment. Green economy is not just about the use of wind turbine and solar plate, it is next industrial revolution. Green economy provides opportunities for the environment goods and service aims at receiving the efficiency resource. So in simply, we can say that green economy is the economy that reducing the environment risk and aims to maintain the level of greenhouse gases on our atmosphere with fulfill the demand of present society. So let's move to the next topic. So our next topic is main sector of green economy. So there are few sectors which helps to promote the green economy in the society. Our first sector is e-waste management. E-waste means electronics waste. We know electronics devices are comprised of toxic substance and heavy metal such as chromium, cadmium and lead acid etc. which can easily leach into soil, contaminating air and waterway. Thus, e-waste management is important as it destined for reuse, resale, recycling or disposal. Next important sector is renewable energy. So we know that generally energy are classified into renewable energy and non-renewable energy. And green skill or green economy is all about renewable energy. So we know most of the renewable energy are sustainable and also helps conserve the natural resource. Renewable energy provides reliable power supply which enhance the energy security and lower risk of fuel spills. Next sector is sustainable agriculture and forest. So sustainable agriculture and forest helps to increasing forest area and density through afforestation, reforestation and forest restoration, result in absorption of greenhouse gases. Scientific way of farming, less use of chemical fertilizer, improve the soil health and water quality. Our next sector is green construction. So green construction means a design of an industry or a building in such a way that can create positive impact on our climate and environment. Positive impact means you can say uh, net zero carbon emission. Our next topic is water management. So water management is the control and movement of water resource to minimize damage to life and property and to maximize efficient beneficial use. Good water management reduces the risk of harm due to flood. Our next and last sector is green transportation. We know that petrol and diesel are non-renewable energy and limited resource. So green transportation means energy use by transportation should be renewable. Experts say that every vehicle on the road releases 1 pound of carbon dioxide per mile driven. So if we use green transportation, then we can reduce almost 45% carbon dioxide emission. So let's move to the next topic. Our next topic is sustainable development. So before sustainable development, we have to know what is sustainability. So sustainability means meeting our own need without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. So in that way, sustainable development is a development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs, and it balances between the economic growth, care for the environment and social well-being. So sustainable development mainly focus on economy, social community and environment. So sustainable development always encourage us to conserve and enhance our resource by gradually changing the manner in which we develop and use technologies. So let's move to the next topic. Next topic is importance of sustainable development. So judicious use of resource is of prime importance of sustainable development. Now what is judicious use of resource means? It means there should be an administrative body who make planning, surveying, mapping and qualitative and quantitative estimation of resources. So simply we can say judicious use of resources is known as resource planning. We need to curb our uses to ensure that resources like air, water, forest are available to future generations. Next importance of sustainable development is sustainable development not only for the next generation but even for the existing generation. Quality of basic resources is deteriorating, leading to major health concerns such as cancer, bronchitis, etc. ensuring sustainability will help curb this problem. Next one is rising demand and price hike of resources is leading to economic disparity. The rich becoming richer while the poor is becoming poorer. The uneven distribution of available resources across different economic fronts is leading to discrimination, giving rise to crime and creating social imbalance. So sustainable development is very important to maintain a proper balance. Next important is environment problem like climate change, emission of greenhouse gases are alarming. If everyone draw a line for themselves, we will be combat this issue with the help of sustainable development. So in that case, sustainable development helps to balance the greenhouse gases in a tolerable points. Next important is adoption of sustainable development in our daily life and at our workplace will also promote economic growth. Young and entrepreneur with minimum investment can produce better output. Introduction of solar power plant, wastewater treatment plant, electric vehicles, etc. will not only protecting environment but shall also contribute in saving money and resources. For example, Indian government make a solar power plant in Gujarat, which savings in resources, and many railway stations fulfill their energy demand from renewable energy. So these all are savings of resources and money. Next topic is sustainable development goal. To ensure that sustainable development is operated in our communities and world at large, United Nations Intergovernment State in 2015 adopted 17 Sustainable Development Goals as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2030. There is a provision in our Indian Constitution in Article 48A which says that the state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. So actually the goal of sustainable development encourages us to conserve and enhance our resource base by gradually changing the way in which we develop and use technologies. So let's move to the next topic and see the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So this is the overview of 17 Sustainable Development Goals. First goal is no poverty. It ensures in poverty in all its forms everywhere by 2030. Second goal is no hunger. It ensures end hunger and achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Next one is good health and well-being. Good health and well-being ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages by 2013. Quality education. So quality education ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Next one is gender equality. So gender equality achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Next one is clean water and sanitization. So it ensures availability and sustainable management of water and sanitization for all. Next one is affordable and clean energy. So affordable and clean energy ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. Next goal is decent work and economic growth. It ensures to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and forest innovation. Next one is reduce inequalities. So it ensures reduce inequalities within and among all countries by 2030. So next one is sustainable cities and communities. So main aim of it to make cities and human settlement inclusive, safe, resilient and sustainable. Next one is responsible consumption and production. It ensures sustainable consumption and production pattern. Next one is climate action. So climate action ensures to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. Next one is life below water. So it ensures to conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas and marine resources for sustainable development. Next goal is life and land. So it ensures to protect, restore and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainably manage forest, combat desertification and hold and reserve uh, and degradation and hold biodiversity loss. Next one is peace and justice strong institution. It ensures to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all and build effective, accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. Last one is partnership for the goal. It ensures to strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. So this all about the 17 sustainable development goal. Actually these 17 sustainable development goals have 169 target, form the core of the 2030 agenda. These 17 sustainable development goals are to be achieved around the world and by all United Nations member states by 2030. This means that all states are called upon equally to play their part in finding shared solution to the world urgent challenges. So let's move to the next topic. So our next topic is problem related to sustainable development. First problem is poor management of natural resources. There is no strong administrative body of natural resources. As a result, the people are faced with numerous environmental challenges, particularly deforestation and forest degradation, biodiversity loss, ecosystem degradation, reduction in soil quality, and reduction in available water quality. So there should be a strong administrative body who make plan and work towards the sustainable development. Next problem is renewable resources such as air, water have finite capacity to assimilate emission and waste. But if pollution exceeds this capacity, ecosystem can be deteriorated. So pollution should be as low as possible because it impacts human health and environment as well. Next problem is rise in population. So the impact of so many humans on the environment take two major forms: consumption of resources such as land, food, water, air, fossil fuel, and minerals. Waste product as a result of consumption such as air and water pollutants, toxic material, and greenhouse gases. If the population rises constantly, then according to experts, the energy demand rises 6 times from present by 2030. So it will be very challengeable situation to fulfill the energy demand of the earth. So these are the main problems of sustainable development. Let's move to the next slide. So our next topic is solution for sustainable development. So if we talk about the solution, then there is two type of solution. One is short term solution and another one is long term solution. Short term solution means the practice of illegal deforestation and smuggling of forest resource should be stopped, and proper balance ought to be maintained between deforestation and afforestation. So this action is under the short term solution, and apart from that, making dam to prevent flood and making the solar power plant is all are under the short term solution. And next one is long term solution. So in long term solution, government should make policies against illegal activity and awareness campaign should be launched for farmers and industries. So these are fall into long term solution. A news is very popular in newspaper and social media, and I think this falls under the long term solution. Actually, the Indian government blending ethanol to petroleum. So I think it is a very good step towards the sustainable development because pollution will be less and the foreign reserve of our country also safe. So it will help to boost up our economy. So this is also a long-term solution taken by the government, but it is a very good step. So let's move to the next topic. So here we conclude our discussion. Although there are some defects of green technology, but everything has both positive and negative impact. Global warming and energy crisis cannot be solved within 1 or 2 years. It really requires our determination and continued effort in improving the situation. Green technology will definitely be the solution that gets the potential in helping us to solve those problems and improve our environment. So government play an important role in achieving the development goal and target through, for instance, setting and implementing water quality policy framework and standard, and regulating the discharge of pollutants into the environment, and wastewater management, recycling and refuse, and accept, accepting by many technologies. So we also raised our hand towards the sustainable development and help the government to achieve the 17 sustainable development goal. So thank you. Here we end up our solution. So we should do work towards sustainable development because our effort can conserve the wildlife for generation. So thank you everyone.